Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Let's have a look at problem 3450, maximum students on a single bench. This is an easy problem from LeetCode, and actually it's a good example to practice the idea that we use data structures to solve problems. So here again I'm going to demonstrate how to use dictionary to solve this problem. So here we are given a 2D integer array of student data called students, where each element is a length 2 list which contains student ID and bench ID. So we want to return the maximum number of unique students sitting on any single bench. So if no students are present, we're going to return 0. So here is an important note. A student can appear multiple times on the same bench in the input, but they should be counted only once per bench. So here are 3 examples. If you look at example 3, so this is 1 because it only involves 1 student and 1 bench index. So you can interpret example 2 and 1 respectively, but we are not going to cover that due to its simplicity in logic. So the student ID and the bench ID are both in between 1 and 100, and the student's list length is also bounded above by 100. So in other words, this problem is a small size problem, right? So with that said, let me look at coding. So basically we need 2 pieces of information for each bench. That is, how many unique students ID there, and also the counting. So in order to facilitate these 2 pieces of information, I'm going to introduce collections default dict. I'm going to map everything to be a dictionary. So it has students. So this is a set, right? And also I want to have a count. So we're going to set it to be 0, right? So you can understand that this is the initialization of any key. Then we just need to iterate through this student list. So now let's do that. So for student bench, right? So in students, then we're going to check if the current students are in the corresponding bench. So if student, if student in this bench, so for each in this D dictionary, for each bench we're going to associate with the unique students and the unique students count, right? So we check if students in the bench, this is dictionary, then we check the students field. So here what I'm going to do if I want to look at the opposite. If the student not in this dictionary or not in this site, so what we're going to do is add this dictionary to this, not dictionary, add this student to the set. So add student. In this case, so we should also increment the count by 1, right? Otherwise, if the student is indeed in the set, so we don't need to increment the count, right? So each time after this if check, what we want to do, so basically we need to do this check result. Let me initialize a result. So initialize it to be 0, and then what we do is the pre-state and the current bench count, right? So then what we need to do is to return the result. So this way, on this loop, we're going to get the maximum number of unique students sitting on any single bench. Let's run it. Yeah, it passes the 4 test cases. Now let's look at the generic case. Yeah, it passes all the cases. So here, actually, for this problem, it's very special. So here we can also put this result here, this line. So you can submit that. And logically they are the same, but you can put it here or put it here. I guess this way, essentially they are equivalent, but I'll keep it into this format. So yeah, that's basically about it for the coding of this this video. So here I want to comment that using data structures to solve problems in coding is rather common, or it's a very very known idea. So for example, here we used a subclass of dictionary, so that is default dict. So here we also use some initialization. So here I'm using an anonymous function to initialize the dictionary to be like this. So this is to encode some information from the problem requirement. So with that said, I guess that's basically about it for the current design of coding. Thank you for watching.